Hey everybody, welcome to Get Shit Done. I am back. I've taken a couple weeks off. For those of you who don't know, I did spend a week in Sedona on retreat. Um, Beautiful, absolutely amazing. I also, when I came back from retreat, decided that I wasn't ready to go back to work yet, so I took another week off. So I hope everyone understands. I am back and will finish off the series that I was doing before I left, and then we're going to start on some new stuff. So I'm really excited about that. So my name is Cindy, and I empower solopreneurs to get shit done. I do this by establishing simple foundational practices. I help solopreneurs heal functional chaos, and I help you get set up for sustainable growth and freedom. My biggest motto is to keep it simple, and so it's really easy to get shiny object syndrome out there, and there's so many different ways to do things. So I try to find the simplest, easiest path to get that done and figure that out for you. So today, I'm actually going to be continuing on in my series for Trello training. And I'm actually in a course right now called Center Stage, where I'm learning how to speak from the stage. And when you're doing that, part of the piece of the puzzle is that you need to get yourself booked and you need to pitch yourself and get yourself out there. So I'm going to screen share Trello here in a minute, but what I've done is created a system that works really well for not only brainstorming where you can speak, but keeping track of all of the different platforms that you could speak on. That includes live stages, virtual stages, online summits, podcasts, all that good stuff, Facebook Lives even, where you can get interviewed, all sorts of stuff. So I've created this spreadsheet, but it actually incorporates into Trello where you can actually get a calendar view of how this works. So if you just bear with me here for 1 second, I'm hoping that I've got this technology dialed in now and that you can see the screen. So basically what I've done is I've actually have a VA that I've hired to help me do a lot of the research because oh my God, is it ever time consuming. So I have basically gotten my intern to go in and research all of the different speaking platforms that might be a fit for me, and then I can go in and kind of pick and choose what I want to pitch myself to. Obviously, the pitching has to come from me, but the research can be done by a VA or someone that can help you out with that, an assistant of some sort. So I've created this card in Trello called Potential Events. And I haven't done anything to the card other than add both of us as members. That's about it. But I have attached this spreadsheet to the card. So it's easy to access and everything is located in one place. At least I can find the link, right? So I'll just give that a moment to open up. So I've created this big spreadsheet. Well, my VA did. I didn't do it. And there are several different categories. So she's broken it down into all the different podcasts as well as Canadian events, North American events, virtual events. So let's just go look at virtual events here, just for the sake of something to click on. Okay, so here are several different virtual events, summits, Facebook Live events, different online platforms where I could speak that might be a fit for me, that I might find my target audience at. So those are all broken down. That's great. I know exactly who I can pitch, and I can go in here and maybe every week I can pitch to 10 different people. And what I would do is once it's pitched, I would probably just highlight it and just change this color to a different color so I would know that it's been done. Then I would go back to my Trello board here. And once I've gone in, what I like to do is actually follow their social media platform, obviously, perhaps leave a review, something like that, so that they know who I am and I'm not just some random person who's emailing saying, I want to speak on your platform, and they don't know who I am. So, hey Pamela, nice to see you. So once I've decided on one, let's say we're going to do the Infopreneur Summit. So I go in and I have Infopreneur Summit. So I've gone in, I've followed their social media, I've maybe left them a review, I've gone in and commented on something like that. So I would make sure I add myself as a member always. And once I've followed them, I like to give it at least a week, maybe less, but just have a week on there where you can give them time to catch up to all their notifications, A lot of these people who are running events like this are insanely busy, so they may not get to your comment or your review right away. If you notice that they have, then yes, go back and continue the conversation. But if you haven't heard back from them in a week, I would recommend following up. Why not, right? Leave another review, comment on something else, build a relationship. That's what this is all about. So once you've got this summit in here, you've followed them, you've commented on them, etc., etc., and then say a week later you've got a conversation going with them, the organizer or whoever it is that's running this. Hey Megan, nice to see you. So then what you can do is actually just drag this over to the pitched. So you've sent them an email, you've filled out their speaker application form, whatever it is. So you have pitched yourself, and now you're waiting for a response back from them. And usually you will find in the speaker application form or their submission application, whatever it is, you will see where it's got a deadline for speaker applications. So what I would do is change the date to that. So let's say it's, I don't know, April 10th for the sake of a date. So we'll change that to April 10th. So we're waiting for a response until April 10th. If we haven't heard from them by then, we'll drag it over to revisit next year and continue the conversation with them to continue that relationship. Now, say for example, you get booked. So they respond to you and they've booked you. And actually this one I am booked, which I'm really excited about. And I think it's May 8th. So I'm going to put that date in there so I can show you on the calendar. So anything that's booked, I would just put a green label on it, green for go, right? Anything that's you're waiting for a response, I would put, a label of orange on because you're waiting, right? So, and you know me and my color coding, I love to color code everything. So you make sure you've got dates on everything. You also want to make sure you've added yourself as a member to every card. And for those of you who have never used Trello, it is so user-friendly and so visual, and it's free. That's my favorite part. So we've pitched to these two. I'm booked for this one. This one's to revisit next year because I haven't heard back from them. I am continuing the conversation, but unless they have a back out right before the summit starts, I doubt that I will be speaking at that. But it's on my list for next year to get in there right away as soon as they open speaker applications. So now that you've got all this, you can start doing this with all the different events in the spreadsheet. So you can follow them, pitch them, get booked, or revisit next year. And you just move the cards around as you need. Now here's the really cool part. This is what I love, and it works really well. So if you go over here, to show menu, then you go down and you click power-ups. Now on the free version of Trello, you can have one free power-up on each board. Now, I tend to only ever use the calendar power-up because I find it to be the best one, and it would help if I could spell. All right, so here you find calendar. You just click enable, and it's done. X out of that, X out of here, and right up here it's added calendar. So now you can open this, and I don't have a lot in here, but look, there's one of my summits. There's where I'm booked. There's where I'm booked. And if I scrolled down to January of next year, you would see my other one to revisit next year. So as you can see, if you had several that you had pitched, several that you had booked, this calendar view makes it super easy to understand where everything is, all the moving pieces, and in the calendar view, you can drag and drop. Isn't that cool? So it gives you a really good visual of all of the speaking opportunities that you could be involved in. And it's a really simple system on organizing everything so you waste less paper and you can get yourself booked. So that is my simple system on making sure you're managing all of your guest podcasting, your posting. You can manage guest posting in the same group. You can manage your Facebook groups. You can do all of it on that board. So it's a super simple system, keeps you organized, saves paper, all the good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will be back on Thursday for Thinking Thursdays. And hold on, I'll get you the time. 9:30 a.m. Pacific, I will be here for Thinking Thursdays. So I hope to see you there and have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine out there. Bye, everybody.